There's no easy way out. I just wanna know there's no easy way out. No easy way out. I'm not asking for another chance. The chance.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the No Easy Way Out podcast. My name is Tony Nash and we are coming to you as always from the Woodworth building in beautiful downtown Owasso, home to my company AZ Branding Solutions, where we help grow your brand from A to Z. So I'm really excited about my guest today because she is somebody that I have been working with for a very long time, really since the beginning of her company. And almost the beginning of my company. And she was actually, I think, guest number 3 or 4 on season 1 of our podcast when we had no idea what we were doing. Thank God she was a good guest and she saved the day. But production value was pretty low back in those days. So we're like, we got to get you back on. Obviously, she's in a much different place than she was then, and so are we. And if you haven't guessed it already, I'm talking about the one and only Kori Shook. Kori, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. You're welcome to come anytime. We love having you. You and I talk all the time, so it's like, well, what do we talk about on the podcast? But there's plenty of that stuff to talk about. So
I never really run out of anything to say.
yes, we are people of many words. So, but for those who don't know you, why don't you tell our audience a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So I am broker owner of Kori Shook Associates, a boutique independent real estate company in Owasso. We have a second location in Williamston now. I have been an agent for almost 20 years. And opened my own independent brokerage, Kori Shook Associates, about over 5 years ago now. We had our 5-year anniversary this year. And located, like I said, in downtown Owasso, we have myself plus 5 other full-time real estate agents. And residential, we focus on residential real estate in mid-Michigan.
Yeah, and you guys are killing it.
We are killing it.
Killing it,
We
by
really
the way.
are.
Yeah, you have a great team, an awesome team, fun to be around. We've made some of the funnest video content ever from our studios, or from AZ. The stuff we've enjoyed the most has been a lot working with you guys. You guys always have fun ideas. We always try to enjoy making those come to life. And some of the ideas have even been like, how are we going to do that? But we always find a way to make it work. And it's always fun working with you guys. I always look forward when we get those calls to do another video for Kori Shook. So we met. I was at the Exchange building in that little office up on the 3rd floor.
Armory, yes.
And I think you had reached out to me. Said,
You were in the Exchange building.
Yes. You had reached out to me and said that Randy had recommended that you talk to me. You were leaving Century 21 and starting your own brokerage, and it was kind of very hush-hush. But you talked to me about your brand, and of course, as a brand person, I was like, this is somebody who really gets it and understands the power of a brand. And it has been absolutely amazing to watch in 5 years how your brand has really just taken over in my opinion, taken over the real estate market in this area. Everybody knows Kori Shook Real Estate Associates, and it's truly a reflection of the work you've done to not just have a quality service and have a quality brand, but really put it out there in the right way and make sure it's consistent and it looks right and it stands for something and it means something, and then you deliver on those things. So bravo to you. Great work. We've loved being just a small part of that, but you guys have done a really good job with branding.
Thanks. We do owe some of that to you. I think obviously your company understands the value of brand, and branding is everything.
Yes.
And it truly is my name.
Yeah.
So I have to be that brand, and we try to express that through marketing and who we really are. We are a boutique company. We provide experience, both in, it's fun, it's a little fun play on words, right? The experience, we are experienced agents who, you don't get experience from time, you get experience from doing the work.
Right.
So all of my agents are full-time in the business and are experienced. And then we want to curate a better experience.
Yeah.
And that's our goal every day, to make it better for people.
Yeah, because it can be a very daunting task to sell your house, buy a house. We went that with you about 2 years ago, and it took us, over a year to find the house we were looking for. And you guys, every time we called and said, hey, what about this one? Never did I get the sense that you guys were being impatient. Like, oh, we got to show you guys another house. Like, we couldn't find the one that we wanted, and you helped us through the whole process. And then even going through all the mounds of paperwork and all the things, you guys just made it very simple for us. Great experience just from that standpoint as well. So one of the things that I always notice, it's something that really I don't think can be faked, is that you really love what you do, and your agents. Everybody seems to really enjoy it. And you can only put that on for so long. And so I've seen consistently you guys show like you really love doing what you do. So what is it that you think you love most about it?
Well, you definitely can't fake it for 20 years.
Right, exactly.
So I definitely would say that what I love is people. I love to talk. So being,
You should have a podcast.
I don't think anyone, most people would say they listen to me talk enough. But I love to be with people. I love to talk to people. And that's really what makes an agent, is to talk, but also to listen to your clients, to get to know them, to be able to serve them. You have to understand their needs and their wants. And then you have to want to create that great experience and make it better for them. So that's what we do every day. And I think that's the little things that we love is really having referrals, knowing that people are telling about their experience, that reviews. That's really what we love.
The best compliment.
Exactly, the best compliment, because we want to make sure that we're doing a good job, and we want to hear that we're doing a good job so that we can get that feedback and take it. And I think as a business owner, you have to be able to take feedback and say, how can I make this better?
Not only do you have to take it, you have to force yourself to read it, listen to it,
not be offended by it,
internalize it, right, and figure out, okay, is this just one person that's griping, or am I hearing this consistently? I was just talking the other day to someone, that a business owner said, I hate Google reviews. It's just a place for people to go gripe. And I'm like, if you
they have that many. That's a problem.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, if you see it that way, it's gonna hurt your business a lot. Like, and so you're gonna, every business is gonna get a negative person from time to time, but if you're just dismissive of it and don't try to get better and improve, and even when you think you got something good, there's always ways to get better, and so it's extremely important. So 15 years working for Century 21, is that right?
I was with independents.
Okay.
So I started with Mike Leslie. Anybody who knows real estate will know Mike back in the day, back in 2004. And then went on to another independent. And then I opened that Century 21 as a broker manager. But I learned quickly that I didn't want to be a franchise. I say this about my company. I say
You're
this
a
about
boss.
and really what that is, I am. But really, what that is, what I saw when I opened my company, but also when I opened my title company, is that the way that you control service is to control it yourself.
Yeah.
To control service, to control where my money goes. I want it to stay locally. And the way you control those things is to do it yourself.
Yeah.
So,
well, that was what I was
did.
going to ask. I mean, obviously, Century 21 is a big name. Everybody knows Century 21.
But everybody knows me.
Well, they do now, right? So, but taking that leap of, I'm leaving this very well-known brand that means something to a lot of people. There's security in that. There's safety in that, maybe.
Yeah.
But taking the leap to say, I can do this better. I can brand this better. I can provide better service. I can control more of what I want to do. What was it that ultimately made you just say, all right, I'm doing this thing?
Well, it was scary. So when you
scary.
first started saying this, and I was like thinking back to you being in exchange and me thinking, oh my gosh, am I going to do this? That was scary for me. And now I just think back of like my little baby self, because we've just like grown in 5 years. So much has happened. And I did. I mean, if I was to change anything, I don't really have regrets. It's just not something I do. I don't regret things. But
good for you.
if anything, it would be to do it sooner, but not even, because I learned from that experience. Right. And it was scary, but I think it's funny how as you grow as a business owner and as a person, you're able to do things scared. We got some really crazy things coming up, and we're just doing it scared. And to me, it's just so exciting. Like part of that is doing it scared, right? Yeah. And then having the support system that the people I have around me just have so much faith in me, and that fuels me. And it's not, some people might call that pressure, but for me, it's not pressure. Instead, it actually makes me more relaxed.
Sure. Yeah.
You're right. We can do this. And I say we a lot because everybody I have on my team is amazing. I just have such a perfect culture. It's just great. So,
Well, I think that's interesting because, I've had a lot of conversations recently with people about who is and isn't an entrepreneur. And I think right now, entrepreneur is trendy. Everybody wants to be it. They see it on social media, so everybody wants to be one. And I don't think everybody is one.
No.
And I don't say
There's
that.
nothing wrong with that
I don't
either.
say that saying that entrepreneurs are better.
That's right.
It's just a different thing. It's a different. Not everybody's a doctor. Not everybody's an NBA basketball player. And I think people want entrepreneurship. I think wanting it is the first step because some people just don't want it. So if you don't want it, don't do it. So wanting it is the first step. But then realizing, what are the qualities that I must have if I'm going to really be successful in this? Because you are out there on your own and you are figuring things out on a shoestring at times. And you are taking big leaps that are don't make any sense. And any CPA would tell you, don't do this. And every family member will tell you you're crazy. And even colleagues that you think are just the same risk taker that you are will be like, what are you doing? But then you just know in your heart, this is the right thing. I'm going to do it. And then you're going to live with the results. Sometimes you made the wrong decision. Sometimes you made the right decision, but you're going to live with it. And I think willingness to take risks, even when they don't make sense. I have something right now that I feel in my heart, just talking to my guys about it last night. I feel in my heart, I need to do this, even though it doesn't make the most financial sense maybe right now, but I know where it can take us and where it will go. And you have to be able to say, I trust my gut or I don't. And you certainly have to make wise, informed decisions based on trends and data and numbers and history and all those things. But sometimes you just got to be willing to take a leap and go out there with it.
It's knowing that you have this resilience that it's all going to work out.
It's going to work out. That
you know that you can figure it out if it doesn't. What's the worst case scenario?
Right.
And then knowing if you can quickly overcome in your brain what that worst case scenario is, well, then you got it.
Right.
But if you're worrying constantly about it, then no. But being an entrepreneur, I think it's a trendy, fun thing to say, right?
Yeah.
And it's glamorous. So I will say that about real estate.
It seems glamorous.
I constantly get asked about, somebody wanting to get into real estate. And I get messages all the time. And I don't want to ever discourage anyone from their dream, but let's just face it. Some people are made for certain things and some people aren't.
Right.
And it is a low barrier of entry into real estate. It's a 40-hour class and then a test. And then there you are. Now, that does not in any way mean that it's just made for anybody, because what people see on social media of us dressing up and making Barbie movies and having fun together, because we have a lot of fun. People want to come work with us because we have a lot of fun. But we work really hard.
Yes.
And so being a boss and being an owner seems like, oh, here I made it on top, but there you are on top as an island by yourself. And that means you do everything. You do all the work. I was in bed at 11 o'clock last night on my laptop.
Same.
And I was at an appointment at 8 o'clock this morning, and I have back-to-backs all day. And that's whether I have to take the garbage out or, pay the bills or make the calls or do whatever, I have to make sure at the end of the day everything's done. And there are great examples of that. I posted this recently. I was at Short's Brewing. Love that business. Joe Short, I think, is a genius. And he's Joe Short. We all know who he is. And he has this amazing creative business. And he's taking the garbage out next to us. Yep. And I think that that's an important sign that people need to understand, that every day I have to do whatever it takes to get done.
Right.
Whatever it takes. If I have to make a call to somebody and make things right, I have to do it. I have to have hard conversations. I have to be able to look somebody in the eye at the end of the day and say, I did the best that I could, and this is how I'm going to help solve your problem. And not everybody can do that. Not everybody even wants to.
Well, that's the thing, is you have to ask yourself, do I want to do that? Do I want to be the person that is up till 2 a.m. and back up at 6 a.m. because
I love it.
Because that's what the business is. Exactly.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah, no,
I cannot
100%.
Imagine not doing.
But if you're the type of person that thinks I don't want that,
right,
that's okay too. If you're the type of person that is a worrier by nature about little details, it's probably not the right fit for you. It is a high risk, high reward if you're willing to work business or adventure, I guess you would say. But, I think if I could encourage listeners or young people or old people or whoever, if you're considering it, like talk to a few people that have had some success and get some real information. And I don't want to discourage anyone from doing anything. If you have an idea, like, let's go for it. One thing I love about our friend Randy is like, he always like, yes, let's do that, But the truth is some people maybe should not do that.
So I would say that with that too, though, is then to really make that happen, you have to find the people who do worry about the little things. So what's really
hire those,
yes,
100%.
what's taken me to the next level this year.
So I have a Brenda.
I have an April now who's my director of operations and an experience integrator. And when you talk about Randy and you and me, and so I'm a visionary.
Same.
And I see it done. So it actually can be very frustrating to people because they're like, they just would like me to just put my brain on the desk so they can see what I'm talking about, and it's frustrating to me because I know what I'm talking about. I mean, you've experienced this with me, like your crew, I know what I want, but I don't even have the tenacity necessarily to make that because I'm ready to go to the next thing.
Yeah.
So I just read a book, very, very good, 6 Types of Working Genius. I think I recommended this to you. And
Yes.
My pastor, Joel, I'll give a shout out for Pastor Joel at Grace Point, we're doing a book club with that. And I am, a visionary, the inventor and the galvanizer, because I like to rally people and get everybody on my side and ready
Same.
to go. I make the calls like, oh my God, I have this idea. And they all say yes. My favorite people say yes.
Yeah.
Never say no to me. And
Right.
so then we have to put other people in place to make those things happen. And if you don't do that as an entrepreneur, then I was going to swear here, so I'll try to think of better. You're going to lose your butt because you're on to the next thing, and then
Yeah.
you just did take this risk, but you're going to lose everything.
Yeah.
So you have to have those people. You have to partner
100%.
with the right people, and they're no less. It's not like you're on a mountain. Everybody's important there.
Right. Well, and I think you would admit this, like services, products don't build a business. People build a business. And that starts with the right person at the top. But then that person needs good people alongside them to really make it happen. Like if you were still a solopreneur, Kori Shook Associates would not be where it's at today.
It's not. You can't
Same thing
scale
about
that.
AZ. Right. And so you have to not just be good at something and turn it into a business, but you have to also be good at finding passionate, qualified, trustworthy, whatever people, and know who you're going to hire and how you're going to hire and what you're going to compare them to and how you're going to evaluate them to make sure that they're meeting the mission. And
then having somebody else help you with even that, because as the person who's excited, I love everybody. So
Yeah.
I would hire everybody.
Yeah.
Yay, I love you. I'm going to find a job for you. And
Right.
that doesn't
doesn't
always work either.
Yeah.
You can't put people in boxes. You can't. It's so much better to create the position and then
Yep.
find the right person than hire the people and then find a spot
Well-
for them, because that doesn't work in business. That's great for friends, but it doesn't run your business.
And that takes money, right? And so like part of this risk is, all right, I need someone to help me with my finances because I don't like looking at numbers and charts and spreadsheets.
Right.
So I could either just work a lot harder and pay myself an extra $50,000 or whatever to do that, or I could spend $50,000 and hire a firm or hire an employee or both to do that for me. And knowing that when I'm not spending my time on that, I can spend my time doing this. And so it's making those decisions that's like, I think about all the times that, you write the payroll checks and you're like, man, if I just worked a little more, I could.
Yeah.
But
No,
that's not
don't
how you
do it.
grow a
Right,
business.
exactly.
That's not, you have to have people, and you have to be willing to invest
I
in people.
love writing those checks.
Yes.
I love writing checks to other people.
Yeah.
Like it's so exciting to me because it means they accomplished something.
Exactly.
And they helped us grow. And
But if you're not willing to invest in those people, not just with the check, but invest into them professionally and
for
help
sure.
them get better and help them grow. And I tell our staff, if you want to be in an environment where we're going to stretch you and pull you and try to make you get better, then this is the good place. But if you're looking for a place to just be comfortable and clock in and clock out,
you gotta grow
it's
with
not
me.
going to work here. So yeah, absolutely. So I know we could talk about those things all day, and we probably will even later on. But in a phrase or a paragraph or a sentence, what is it that you think makes Kori Shook Associates different than the other options people have for real estate?
So I think it is that growth. It is wanting to create and be better and create an experience and add value every day. So we are constantly looking at how can we remove friction? How can we make the experience better? I hate the words "it is what it is." I hate to hear it, and I hate when I have, like, we talked about worrying or dwelling. If I'm worrying or dwelling on anything, it's if someone was not happy, and even if it wasn't my fault, I still want to make it better.
Yeah.
And so that's what we do every day that's different.
Yeah.
We are creating a better experience, and we are constantly adding value. So now we've added our VIP program.
Yes.
That's our big
That's what
addition.
I was just going to ask you about.
Yes. So that's our big addition in 2023. And we are just getting started with that. So we've always been big on appreciation and gratitude. I believe that we wouldn't be anywhere, we wouldn't be doing this unless obviously someone chose us. I consider that a privilege. I appreciate the opportunity to serve someone. And so we want to now continue to go above and beyond. So we have brought in our moving truck. Thanks to
awesome.
Thank you to our advertisers also. And we all of our clients, past and present. This goes back to anyone that has bought or sold with their last home with me in the last 19 years. They can use that. And all of our agents, any agents that hire on with us, they can bring their book of business.
Yeah.
So that's a agent attraction plug here
For sure.
that we are hiring. And if you have your clients and want to bring your clients on to this VIP program, your entire book of business comes on to Kori Shook Associates VIP. So they can use our moving truck, which is a 14-foot box truck, brand new, and they can use our dump trailer. So instead of buying or renting a dumpster, if they're cleaning something out, they can get free use of that. They just have to pay for the dump. And we also then have opened that up bigger to our party and tool shed.
Yeah.
So we have a bounce house, and we have tables and chairs, and we have cotton candy machine and popcorn machine and yard games. And we're just going to keep adding to that. Yeah. So like if I want something to use for an event, I buy it, and then we're going to offer it out.
Make it available.
Yeah. So we had clients that had a birthday party last weekend for their daughter. They used our bounce house and our cotton candy machine, and it just made something better. And we look at that as we want to serve you for the rest of your life. Something that maybe you need in your home that you don't want to have to purchase. Come take a look at our website and see if we have it. And I've heard some chatter out there, like, why would she even want to do this?
Yeah.
Well, the way I look at things is, well, you're not, and so then I am.
Right.
Like, I don't
Why would
want
you
to
not?
do,
Yeah.
I don't want to do what everybody else does. So I don't care that you ask, why would I do that? I'm not trying to be like anybody else. We're doing something that nobody else is doing, and we think it's fun, and we like to appreciate people.
Well, I think it's amazing. It's incredible. And one of the things I would say from working with you for 5 years is you have been adamant that I don't want my stuff like anybody else's. And there have been times where we brought you something and you're like, that reminds me of something else or whatever. And you're like, I want it to be me. And that's how it should be. And, being unique, and because Kori Shook Associates experience, the boutique experience, the VIP experience, it is different than everyone else. And that's part of who you are and part of your brand. And you guys are doing a good job with that. And Thanks. I think it's just amazing to see what's going to happen. And I have a birthday party coming up here for my 12-year-old, so I probably will be calling you about the bounce house.
I hope so. And there's more coming. There's a lot more to this program. I've just luckily have April to slow me down.
Yeah.
And instead of launching everything all at once.
Got to have that
stay tuned.
yin and yang, right?
Yeah.
So then, before we jump into our 50 questions, who should reach out to you? Who are you looking for?
I have amazing agents. You will see me to start really moving into. Right now, I wear 3 hats. I'm an agent, I'm a broker, and I'm a business owner. And I'm going to continue to transition out of that being an agent and into being the broker, owner, business owner, growing the business so that my agents who work with us can continue to grow their businesses and to be able to mentor and coach them. But I still do work with some buyers and sellers, and I would say buyers and sellers of residential real estate in mid-Michigan. We want to work with you. We want to add you to the VIP club and to give you the experience that you deserve as the opportunity you give us.
Love it.
And I'm also looking for other agents then to join us. You don't have to be licensed. We do take on new agents. I love coaching new agents, and we can coach them up and make sure they're doing things the right way.
Yeah, and you guys do a lot of investing into your agents as well.
We do.
Well, listen, I'll say this, just as a consumer of the services, if you're looking to sell your house or looking to buy a house, reach out. You won't regret it. And then, if you want a fun place to work where you're going to be challenged to grow and get better and be around other people that are going to be growing and getting better, give Kori Shook a call. They would love to work with you, and you will enjoy it. So, all right. So we have this new segment we added this season called 50 Questions, Rapid Fire. This is like a 10 to 12 minute section to get everyone to allow everyone listening to get to know everything about you. So even the things you don't want them to know.
Because I like to explain everything that I say.
And I like to comment. I've had to let's see how we do.
I know this might take hours. I don't even know.
Let's see how we do. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
All right. How did you start your day today?
I always get up and drink water.
If you could spend a day with anyone in the world, who would that be?
My kids.
And what would you do with them?
Just talk. I love to talk to my adult kids.
What is one thing you'd love to master?
Another language.
How many bedrooms would your dream house have?
4.
Do you call or text, or prefer to call or text?
Text. Do not leave me a voicemail.
Who is the last person you texted?
A client.
Where were you born and raised?
Owasso, Corona.
Who did you decide to include, or why, not who, why did you decide to include a VIP program into your business?
We just want to continue to add value to our clients.
To Kori Shook, who is a VIP, a very important person?
Anyone who has bought or sold with us and who gives us the privilege of helping them with real estate.
Did you go to college?
I mean, here and there, I didn't graduate college.
Me neither.
I made some attempts.
Me neither.
It wasn't for me.
Yeah, that might also be a qualification of an entrepreneur.
Right,
no
exactly.
college degree. What did you study?
I was accepted into U of M for the chemical engineering program.
Wow. I don't see Kori Shook, the chemical engineer.
I know. Right?
I know you're a big lover of Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite musical?
Hadestown.
What have you done for the first time recently?
I cannot think of anything that I've done for the first time.
Started a VIP club.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, I honestly, there's something new in real estate every single day.
Every day.
I mean, at least once a week I say, oh my God, I've never had this happen before. So I've solved something that I've never had happen before.
In 10 years, what will you regret doing way too much of?
Worrying.
If you could resurrect one person from history and place them in today's world, who would it be?
Jesus.
Like that. What's your favorite thing about Owasso?
The people, the community.
What is your perfect dessert?
I like pie. Fruit, blueberry, I don't know.
What is the number one thing people should do before selling their house?
Clean.
What is the number one thing people should do before buying a house?
Get pre-approved.
What is the most important quality that a successful person should possess?
Integrity.
What is a daily habit that everyone should do?
Make your bed.
In one word, describe today's real estate market.
Hot.
What is your go-to karaoke song?
I do not do karaoke, but I have been known in my much younger days to sing Bobby McGee a lot.
All right. So we got to be a part of an exciting project. You have a mural on the side of your building.
Yes.
What was it that made you decide to do a mural?
I say we, when I say we, I mean my husband and I love to make properties more beautiful for in Owasso. We love to look at something and a building specifically and make it better. And for the community, I cannot believe, I'm probably taking up too much time, but
You're all right.
when I see people, little girls, little kids, people in their prom dresses, people for senior pictures come by and take a picture of that mural, it makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Because it became a piece of something in Owasso, and it
Part
was
of the
so
community.
simple, but yet it really has a lot of meaning to me. And it transformed a building, and I
Yep.
love that.
I love it too. Who is your favorite person to FaceTime and why?
I only really FaceTime my kids.
Yeah.
And because again, they're just ridiculous, and the things they say and do, and
You have
Yeah.
great kids.
I love my daughters. Yes.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Favorite way to spend a Sunday?
On my boat.
Describe yourself as a kid.
Bossy. Randy will attest
That hasn't
to that.
changed, right? What did you love about school and what did you hate about school?
I love to learn. I actually love school. I would have loved to go to college, but I can't sit there for more than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So I like to learn in short bursts.
Yes.
So
Give me the information quickly.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to your 16-year-old self?
Man, I would say just take it easy and take it all in.
What is the first time you truly felt successful?
I don't necessarily measure success. That's really hard for me to say. I feel successful, but I think I feel successful based on, again, based on feedback, based on reviews, and on seeing others build something. So, like, I don't know if this is necessarily the first time, but I'm pretty proud of being able to put my kids through college.
Mm-hmm.
That feels good. That feels
Awesome.
good that we were able to do
It's
that.
a great answer.
So,
What is a must-read book?
I like Fans First.
I just started it this morning.
Good. And
by the way.
I also really love my go-to book that I think people should read right now is Soul Boom by Rainn Wilson. I love it.
Rainn Wilson.
I love him.
Yeah.
He's something.
What is your favorite podcast?
Well, we have No Easy Way Out.
Of course.
We have First Gen Wealth.
Yes, both good ones.
And then anything that's 30 minutes or less. 'Cause
Yes.
I can't.
The
I
commuter
can't
podcast,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Exactly.
If you were stranded on a desert island with one album for the rest of eternity, what would it be?
That is like impossible for me. I love all kinds of music except for country.
Okay.
So that would kill me if that happened.
If it was
Like
country.
I don't know who they are even. I don't want to say any names and offend anyone, but giant eye roll.
Not a country girl.
No, I'm not gonna say anything but that. I don't know. I like most any music.
All right. What is a must-binge TV series?
It's hard for me too
I
in
don't
the
see
summer.
you doing a lot of binging, but
Yeah, I don't do a lot of binging. I mean, I've done like I don't know. And then I even forget the names of them. I'm gonna have to pass. I'm gonna have to take a pass on that. I'm sorry.
pass. All right.
Pass. I'm sorry.
That's all right. What is a movie then that you could watch over and over again?
I love old movies, like the ridiculous, funny ones, like Something About Mary, Dumb and Dumber,
great-
Adam
Isn't
Sandler
it sad that those are old movies now?
I know, like
We are
those.
old.
I just watched Drowning Mona again.
That's
Oh my
good.
God! If you don't know Drowning Mona, that's a cult classic.
If Hollywood made a movie about Kori Shook, who would you like to see cast as you?
Reagan said the other day that she just watched Bridesmaids for the first time, and that
Oh, that show's so good.
Kristen Wiig reminded
Okay.
reminded her
Could
of
see
me in that movie. I don't know
It's-
what
that movie is
means.
hilarious.
So,
Your husband is a contractor.
yes.
What's one thing that you can build better than him?
Cake?
Okay, I love that.
Food?
What is your favorite quote?
Fortune favors the bold.
What's the favorite place you've ever been?
I just love Michigan. I love the UP. We travel all over, but I always come back to the lakes.
Yeah.
So the Upper Peninsula, Lake Superior.
If you have one last meal, what are you eating?
Toast.
Oh, wow.
I love
Unconventional
toast.
answer. What is success?
Simple. It must be
Yes.
done right.
Yes.
I'm very picky about it.
What is success to Kori Shook?
Being respected, being able to be trusted, so that somebody can count on me and know that my word is truth.
Love it. What is one random fact about you?
Gosh, I don't know. I'm like a million different people, so maybe that's a random fact. You never
People
know
call
who
you
you're gonna
Sybil?
get.
People call you Sybil.
I don't know. I mean, I think maybe some people predict me, but I don't know.
Kori is like a box of chocolates.
Exactly,
You never
right?
know what you're going to get. What is a totally irrational fear that you have?
I don't like heights.
That's not that irrational.
I know. I don't know what's irrational. I mean, my husband probably would have some things.
Some good answers
Some rational fears for me, but
Going to school for more than 30 minutes.
exactly. No, I got one actually. Having to punch in.
Yes.
That is a like
I'm with you.
I have a recurring nightmare. It happens about twice a year.
Wow.
That
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
I like to do what I want to do. I don't like to be told what to do.
I'm with you. What is your love language?
Affirmation.
If you could broadcast a message to the entire world, what would it be?
Relax. It's going to be fine.
What is one step of the home buying process that you wish you could kill?
Man, I don't think I would kill anything. It needs to all happen, but it just could happen more smoothly.
There's not a part that's super annoying every time.
I do not go to home inspections. I hate them.
Okay, so home inspections, we kill
I don't.
it.
They
But
need to
don't they?
happen, but I don't want to be there.
I got it.
I just because again, it's like 2 hours.
Yeah.
I could do so many things in those 2 hours.
Yeah.
So
What is something important that you've learned in life that might help others be successful?
I think it's to know yourself, to get to know yourself. So again, I'm a constant learner, but I'm also constantly self-evaluating
Self-aware.
myself. Yeah, to be self-aware is you can't do anything
It's
unless
key.
you do that. Mm-hmm.
In your opinion, what sets a successful person apart? I know you say you don't measure success, and it's different for everybody, but what sets a successful person apart from an unsuccessful person?
Doing what you say that you're going to do. So if you say you're going to do something, you have to do it, even when it's hard. You have to do the hard things.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you're going to believe this, but we've made it to question number 50.
Okay.
That went quick.
It did.
We have 5 minutes to spare. So you can elaborate on this one if you want.
'Kay.
With everything going on in your life right now, what makes you most happy these days?
So again, see, I have to explain everything. Like I don't
That's
feel
all
like
right.
happy's
We
such
have
a
time.
happy's such a such a vague word, right? I enjoy being on my boat. It was the best purchase I've made in a long time. What I get to do on my boat is my husband drives me around, and which does make him happy. Also, he does
Yes.
enjoy it, especially because I sit in the front of the boat, and then we literally just don't even talk. And because all I do
Ideal for a long time marriage.
yeah, all I do all day, I people. That's what I
Yeah.
do. I people, I talk. So when I get on the boat and I sit in the front and the wind is in my hair and summer's on my face and I just get to just sit
Yeah.
and not have to talk
Relax.
to anyone but God and to listen and it's great. That makes me really happy.
Sounds amazing. I need to get out on a boat.
Yeah.
All
you
right.
do.
Well, we did it. We know everything about you now. I mean, there's no more mystery. If you were
Oh.
hoping that there would be a shroud of mystery around Kori Shook, it's gone now.
I told you I had a secret that's so hard for me not
That
to
is
tell.
true.
So you're gonna
I
have
can't
to stay
wait
tuned.
to hear the secret.
That's
You
gonna
know,
be big-
the
it's
thing
gonna be
that's
fun
worse
news.
is you're the person that says, I have a secret, but I
Because
can't.
I'll probably tell you in 20 minutes.
I
so
would have
can't-
been better off if I didn't know you have a secret. Now it's going to drive me crazy all day. But I look forward to learning the secret. And thank you, Kori, for coming on and sharing your time with us. Thank you for sharing your experience. Thank you for allowing AZ to be a part of what you're doing.
Thank you.
We love working with you guys, and we've enjoyed watching you guys grow. You're an inspiration to a lot of us. You really are. And, sometimes maybe you're in the grind and you're working and you're just doing you, but you don't realize how many people you're impacting and influencing and affecting. and or even a little video you made that made someone think, all right, I can do this today. So just keep doing you, keep being you. You know, I always say, like, I'm not for everybody, but I'm for some people. So there's some people out there that resonate with what you're doing and love it, and just keep being the boss.
Thanks, Tony.
Keep being the
I
boss.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. So before we go, I'm going to let you look into that camera right there, and you plug whatever you want to plug, Kori. This is your chance to plug away. Free commercial.
So, Kori Shook and Associates, broker owner of our boutique real estate company in downtown Owasso, and we would love to help you and our community members buy or sell residential real estate in Mid-Michigan. We do travel throughout Mid-Michigan, and we would love to serve you. And we also are hiring active, motivated, excited, people-serving agents to join us and join our team. So if you know of anybody looking, we would love to have a conversation.
You can find her on KoriShook.com,
KoriShook.com,
social media,
text
Facebook,
me.
Instagram.
Yeah, don't leave
Don't
me
leave a
voicemail.
voicemail.
Don't leave me a voicemail. Send me a video text. That's so impressive.
Anything? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
All right. Well, thanks a lot. We appreciate it. And
Thanks, Tony.
good luck at all your meetings today.
thank you.
And
Yeah, it's going to be a good day.
let me know when we're ready to reveal the secret.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. And if you're with us still, thank you for watching. As my mother always said, you can't and never could until you tried. So go out there and try something great, my friends, and don't take the easy way out. We'll see you next time.
For another chance.